Watchdog on Wall Street. Let's start with the dealerships. What should that tell us when it comes to our economy and investing in Wall Street?
I think this was the inevitable. We've been playing kick the can with these dealerships for such a long period of time. Right now we already saw Chrysler go into bankruptcy, so they announced the closing of their dealerships. GM hasn't announced which ones yet, but basically it's telling us that GM is going to also file for bankruptcy because there's various different rules and laws around the country in regards to dealerships that would prevent them or make it very costly for them to actually even put them down. So expect GM to file for bankruptcy very shortly.
Okay, let's talk about the government involvement here. You know, in my world, we were talking about this before. If I'm in debt, you know, nowhere do I say in my head the best way to get out of debt is to spend more money and borrow more money. It makes no sense to me. And now that government is so tied to Wall Street, is this sending mixed signals to them? Are we in a crisis situation here?
Absolutely. And I don't want to get political or anything like that, but you know, this past week, Peter Orszag was the budget director for Barack Obama, comes out, and we're talking about a $1.8 trillion budget deficit, and he's coming out and saying it's not our fault. Now, we can place a lot of blame on the prior administration in regards to putting us into a deficit hole, but when you're in a hole, why you keep digging? I mean, you got to stop doing that. We got to start doing things differently to get us out of this.
Okay, so that being said, are we seeing any signs now on Wall Street that things will improve, or are we going to just kind of keep going down that slope?
Well, I think some of the improvement we have seen is in regards to the credit markets and the financial system. Last fall, it got really close to Armageddon. When you get companies like Caterpillar having to pay ridiculous rates for commercial paper, which they need to finance projects and hire workers and do the things that they need to do, it was a significant problem. This past week, they actually offered up TARP money to insurance companies, many of which said, thanks, but no thanks. And we also saw a lot of secondary offerings, banks going out to the public markets and going out and raising capital in order to give back this TARP money down the road. That's a good sign. But as far as the overall economy is concerned, we still have problems we're going to have to deal with. We still have to deal with the housing market. We're going to have a commercial real estate shoe that's going to fall too.
Chris, thank you very much for being here.
Pleasure.
Once again, tell us, you're on the radio. When are you on? Where are you on?
Oh, various different times. Here in Tampa, specifically, my show airs on WGUL, which is 860, every Saturday from 4 to 5, but on various different markets. And you can also hear it on my website at watchdogonwallstreet.com.
Thank you for being here.